Hi, my name is Maria Vega Hernandez, and my presentation is over multilingual education in Belgium. So Belgium is a country in Western Europe. On here, it's marked by the white triangle. The population, it's a highly urbanized country. Around 97% of the population in Belgium live in towns or cities. So there are over 370 people per kilometer squared. That means that there's a very high population density. And the school-age population is on the rise. So Belgium's languages are German, French, and Dutch. There are around 5% of school-age individuals in the German-speaking community, 37% in the French community, and 58% in the Flemish community. So the language in the Flemish community is Dutch. So what is multilingual education and how is it in Belgium? So if we break down multilingual, multi means more than one or many. Lingual refers to language or speech. So if you combine these, multilingual means being able to communicate in more than one language. Well, and now you might think, well, what is the difference between bilingual and multilingual? So bi means two, so you would use two languages to communicate, and multi means, or multilingual means that you would use more than two languages to communicate. And so the purpose of multilingual education is to help children learn another language and maintain their home language. So schooling will begin in their native tongue and transition later to additional languages. So in Belgium, each community actually have their own regulations regarding the education system, so they're not going to be the same. Preschool education in Belgium starts at the age of 2.5. It is not compulsory. Compulsory means required by law. So it is not required by law, and no formal lessons actually take place. Education is compulsory, however, between the ages of 6 to 18, and it starts with primary school. Primary school consists of 6 years of basic education in reading, writing, and math. And these classes are held in the community language. As I had mentioned, these can be in the French, German, or Dutch language. And learning a second language begins during the next to last year of primary education for most children. There is an exception, though, made in the Brussels capital region, since children there start learning a second official language, such as French or maybe Dutch, in their third year of primary school. So some of these schools actually offer language immersion classes. An example of a language immersion class can be history being taught in a second language. And secondary education starts at the age of 12. So it's actually divided into 4 branches. These are humanities, technical, artistic, and vocational. These are meant to prepare students for the university level. Okay, so what are the benefits of multilingualism education? So according to the U.S. Department of Education, multilingualism provides educational, sociocultural, and economic benefits for those students who attain fluency in more than one language. So multilingualism education promotes higher levels of abstract thought and reasoning. They also create enhanced metalinguistic. Metalinguistic means it implies the ability to think and discuss a language. So it creates enhanced metalinguistic awareness to support the learning of other languages like in the future. And they also lead to increased levels of creativity. In Belgium, some of the issues seen, these issues are trying to get fixed, are that with the increase of a diverse student population, the Flemish community is able to work on reducing performance gaps due to the students' socioeconomic backgrounds. So the performance gaps between schools are correlated with the placement of experienced teachers. And so there's a challenge to increase students' scores to the average with the national ones. These scores have been low. And grade repetition is actually very, very common in the French community system. So an overview of the education system in Belgium. So in 2018, 98% of 3 to 5-year-olds were enrolled in the early childhood education and care programs or the primary education in Belgium, either or. In 2019, 47% of 25 to 34-year-olds had a tertiary degree. A tertiary degree is a degree in higher education. On average, 57% of all upper secondary students enrolled in VET programs. VET stands for Vocational Education and Training System. And multilingual education is actually favored by the population in Belgium. And these are my bibliographical sources. Thank you.